So this is monthly update number 4. We're doing this one a little bit earlier than we normally do just because of the Christmas break. But we've got a new job that we've started and we're progressing really well on the other jobs, especially now we actually have planning. The only job that's a little bit stagnant at the minute is the Jofy Road one, but the party wall agreement is in the works, so we are due to be starting the work, starting the extension, beginning of Jan. This is Bournemouth Road. This is one that we completed on last Friday for a client based in Manchester, and this is going to be a 9-bed all-en-suite HMO. So we've started the rip out this week, so we've got all the ceilings dropped, chimney breasts out, all the existing wardrobes, skirting, doors, door frames, all ripped out. Obviously normally we go back to brick, but on this one, we're actually speaking with the old owner as he was moving out, and he's had all these walls dot and dabbed recently, so we're going to be keeping as much of the existing as possible just to save costs, because there's no need to rip that all off, pay for the plasterboard skips, which are going to be expensive, and basically redo all the work. It's all in quite good condition. They've actually done quite a good job, so a lot of the walls, especially ones that don't need to be soundproofed, are going to be left. In this job we're going up in the loft. As you can see, we've got a massive space up there. It's about 3.8 metres from the joist to the ridge height at the top. So we're not even having to do a dormer. We are just going to have the one room up there just because we can get the rooms that we need in anyway. It just saves a lot on the cost, and as we haven't got the planning yet, it means that the sort of risk reward's much more in your favour just by doing that, because the cost is nowhere near as much. The layout on this one's pretty simple. 1 bedroom here, we've got 1 bedroom here, and then another 2 here, and then the stairs are going to be returning round following the existing stairs that are already there to get up into the loft. There'll just be a very large bedroom and a boiler/tank room. On this job we're going for a 9-bed HMO. Now to get at the price we got, we couldn't do it subject to planning, and we can go up to 6 beds in the area under permit development. Now to mitigate that risk, what we're doing is we've designed the project to work in a way where we can do a lot of the work. So we're going to be able to do the loft conversion, the 4 rooms on the first floor, and then 2 rooms down here on the ground floor. Now I know that's 7 rooms, but it means that we can get the first 2 floors fully done, fully finished, these 2 rooms fully done, fully finished, and then what's the existing kitchen at the minute, worst case scenario, if we don't get planning, we'll just make that the kitchen living area. If we do get the planning, we'll do the 6-metre extension as originally planned. And then worst case scenario, if we couldn't win it on appeal, we could just resubmit as a 7-bed. So we wouldn't let a tenant move into one of the rooms, so run it as a 6-bed, resubmit as a 7-bed, and then that way we've got a sort of plan A, plan B and plan C. So we're pretty well covered in terms of if plan doesn't come through, and also we're not just sat around waiting, not doing any work, and we're also not doing work, spending hundreds of thousands with there being a risk that we couldn't use the property as a HMO in any sort. So we're pretty well covered in terms of risk. Obviously there is a risk with the planning, but we've mitigated that pretty well in the way we're structuring out the project. So the planning that we've put in for is not only the change of use to a 9-bed, but also a 6-metre single-storey extension out the back. So this will be coming down this existing extension, and we'll be extending out 6 metres, and that will give us a communal kitchen living area. And then there'll also be 2 rooms within the existing kitchen at the minute, and then obviously another 2 rooms downstairs. That'll be 4 rooms downstairs, 4 rooms on the first floor, and then 4 rooms on the second floor. So this is Jofy Road. We are pretty much here with this one now. So we've got all the feature walls done, all the wallpaper, the hanging lights. Yeah, obviously we've wrapped up for Christmas now, but a couple of guys wanted to work between Christmas and New Year, so all the furniture is in the rooms that's meant to be in and ready to go. So we've started building some of it, but in terms of what's left to finish off, just things like TV brackets on the walls, we've got some mirrors in the bathroom, splashbacks, some of the blinds haven't been fitted. So those sort of final touches just before tenants move in, because this room is actually already let, so this one's let for £900 a month. We've got the tenant moving on the 8th of Jan. So yeah, we've got some tight deadlines to meet, because on this one and the Jofy Road one, we both have tenants that wanted to move in beginning of Jan. So yeah, we've got to get them all finished off. We're ready for them. This is the downstairs. Last time this wasn't second fix, but now we've got it all second fix, all the rads on, feature walls done. Then we've obviously got the ensuite in here, and this is going to be a walk-in wardrobe for the room as well. So here we've got the booth seating as well. It's a really good use of space within the communal areas, and we've got Ethernet here as well and sockets, so tenants can work from home if they wanted to work down here instead of in the bedrooms, as well as a nice feature light and feature wall. We've also got these upholstered, so the backrest and the seat both going to be upholstered with leather. We've got this sat in that second bedroom there, and then we're going to have 2 large fridge freezers, and then we've got a nice kitchen space, loads of storage for all the tenants throughout. So one of the problems you can have on site when you're trying to push jobs on and on is that you need to store stuff. So like, you know, we've got all the white goods here. You know, at one point we had all the furniture, a storage unit they've had to bring in. So there's a lot of stuff to move about, like all the decorators' tools. And at one point there would have been all the carpenters' tools and materials, etc. as well. So one of the hardest things is sometimes finding space to work, which is why this room is miles behind all the others, because this has essentially been the storage room for the job. So what will happen is when all the other rooms are done, all of these white goods will be put in place where they're meant to be, and then this room will sort of trail along behind. You know, on some jobs we have space to either have, or there might be an existing shed, or we might bring in a container or utilise a garage, whatever it might be. But on this job we don't have that luxury. So yeah, this is what we're having to put up with just so the job can get pushed on. So this is Ashley Road. This is the one that we got the 7-bed planning through last month. So we started doing, or we carried on doing the second fix downstairs. This is going to be decorated between sort of Christmas and New Year. And then going through, we've got all the plastering done in the hallways. We're starting to get everything ready for testing with the electrics and finishing off the second fix. We've had all the flooring done in the hall. And then we've also had the main kitchen fitted. It's a little bit dark. Yeah, so this is the main kitchen. Obviously we're in 7 beds. We've got 2 ovens, 2 hobs, and then we've got a big space here for a fridge freezer. Obviously a lot of the rooms have kitchenettes, so we don't need loads and loads of fridge freezer space. And then just like at Jofy Road, there's going to be booth seating tucked around this stud work here. And then through there is the extension that's been built. So this is the room that's just off the back of the kitchen. So this was actually the existing kitchen when the house was bought. So what we're going to do, you can see we've got a step down from the floor level, and we're not too sure what is under this floor, whether there's much DPM or anything like that. So what we're going to do is do a floating floor. So we're just going to add some insulation of 35mm with DPM under it, and then 18mm of tongue and groove flooring, just to bring that floor level up a little bit and also insulate it and protect against any potential rising damp coming up. We're also going to have French doors going here. Obviously with this being an inner room, this would be the main fire escape, and it's the same with the extension. So we've got 2 inner rooms. So for fire regs and building regs, we've got 2 main fire escapes going out into the garden. Since the planning's come in, we've got the extension from the footings up to plate level, and now we're just getting the warm flat roof on and in the dry, ready for the Christmas break. And then within the new year, we'll be getting that finished off and this room here finished off. So then we'll have a full 7 beds finished off throughout the whole project.